Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another third-party, one-to-one scale, unlicensed prop replica review. Now for those of you who aren't in the know, this is the Cat Toys Iron Man Mark 85 animatronic helmet. So just like we saw with the Mark 46 helmet, this is made by a different company, but in the same vein as that, except this time, obviously, the Mark 85. Again, I do want to apologize for how super glossy this helmet is. You can see me in the reflection, but hopefully that doesn't distract too terribly much. Now, I picked this up from toyswonderland.com. Cat Toys, the company that manufactured this, don't hold the intellectual property rights to the character of Iron Man, so they produced this, taking all of those risks. Now, if you are picking this up, do so knowing full well that they don't have the license. As I said, I picked mine up from Toys Wonderland. This is not a promotional video or a sponsored video. I picked it up with my own money. This is simply a review. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the helmet itself. If you saw the Mark 46 helmet review, you'll know that I was really impressed with that. This one is almost as good as the Mark 46. It does a couple of things better, but it also does a couple of things a little bit worse. Let's start off with the worse first, and then we'll move on to the better. The worst part is the fact that it does have a couple of injection mold points, one right on the front there, and then of course one on the top there as well. So you do have a couple of points here and there. Also, the finish is super glossy. I don't think, at least, that it was this glossy in the movie. The red feels a little bit too saturated for me, and I do feel like there was some more gunmetal on the sides. But that being said, this is, as far as I'm aware, the only one-to-one scale Mark 85 helmet that you can currently get on the market, so there isn't a hell of a lot to compare it to. But either way, I'll do my best and I will compare it to the Mark 46. Now, of course, to activate the animatronic features, it does just have a switch on the bottom there, and when you turn it on, it does have a little weird voice clip there. I think it's supposed to be Friday. It doesn't quite sound like her, but it definitely does the job. Now, to activate the front faceplate, it's a little bit different to what we saw with the Mark 46 helmet. It works sort of in the same way, but you just touch the underside and it closes quite nicely. This time, there is a sound effect. That is what I was talking about with the better. I kind of like the sound effect a little bit more than what we saw with the Mark 46. I'll let you hear it again. So it's got a sort of mechanical sound to it, and I kind of like how that sounds. It definitely sounds a little bit better than the high-pitched whir that the Mark 46 helmet does have. Of course, the eyes do light up as well. It does have the same sort of gaps on the underside there, so you can see out of it when you are wearing it, because of course, this is wearable. Another sort of annoyance is the fact that these panels don't light up. That would have been a really cool feature, the fact that it has the eyes and the speakers and all of that, but these parts down here don't light up. It's a little bit of a missed opportunity in my opinion. On the underside, you can see there is a lot of padding and some mechanical workings on the underside there, but I do like the fact that there is padding on there, and you can remove it if that's not something that you'd like to have. And you can see the padding on the inside. It's very plush, and it definitely will do the job if that's something you'd like to wear to a con. I know it can definitely get hot, it can get sweaty, so the ability to have this padding that can hopefully wick the sweat away, and the fact that you can open it up to get a breather for a moment is definitely a plus in my book. Overall, do I prefer this to the Mark 46 helmet? In some aspects, yes. I like the design of the Mark 85 helmet a little bit more than what we saw with the Mark 46. However, in terms of the actual fit and finish, I'm leaning towards the Mark 46 a little bit more. The brushed finish on the front, I really do prefer, and it does feel like an overall a little bit more sturdy piece. You can also see there's a seam line right down the front here, whereas on the Mark 46, it just didn't have that. I do like the speakers and sound effects on this though, so it definitely will come down to personal preference. Now, as I said, this is third party, it is unlicensed, they don't hold the license to produce this product, so if you are picking this up, do so knowing full well that that is the case. I got mine from toyswonderland.com. I have included the link in the description below, just for your reference. Also, check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the brand new awesome Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.